I'm going to say good evening, Jane. That's unusual for me. I never record your session in the evening, but today I am doing. So I've got some new lights in the cabin in the gym here, and I had them both on this evening, and it looked lovely. But then when I put the video on, having this one on at this side, that really brightened and it was all glaring back off the screen, so I've turned that one off. But I think you can still see me okay. I might be a bit illuminated because I've got a little heater on it there as well. I think it's one of these little halogen things. It's really bright and it's lighting me up, but hopefully you can sort of see it okay. Right, so I know you enjoyed your last session where we took it a little bit easier because of me, but we're going to do that again. You'll be really pleased to know. I'm definitely improving and getting better, and the last 2 days I've seen massive improvements in my spine. I actually tried a little run today, so that's all healing nicely now finally 2 weeks later. So we're going to go through a set of 3 exercises that we're going to repeat 3 times. Then we're going to move on to another set of 3 exercises that we'll repeat 3 times, and then a little bit of glute work, and then we are done. So please make sure you've warmed up properly first. That's all part of this session, is clicking onto the warming up, and I don't even know why I'm saying that to you, because I reckon this is number 18 now, and you know this, and I probably said it in every single video to you. Make sure you've warmed up. So we're going to do, the first one we're going to do is a calf raise. Sorry, I mean to say we need your 4.5 kilogram weights again this session, and you could get your band out that I gave you if you don't want to use one of those. We're going to do the tricep extension one at some point with one of your weights. You did that last time. If it was too hard, get your band now, because you can do this one where you do hold the band to the back and you do that one arm and then the other side. So you can change to that if that makes it easier for you, okay? But if you tried it on the last week's session with the one weight and you're okay, then all you need is your weights today, but you will need both of them for the first exercise. So we're going to do a calf raise to start with, but we're going to use our weights as well, because we're going to combine 2 exercises as one. So pick up your heavier weights, and you're going to have the weights in front of you together like this, okay? You're going to go up onto, let me come back a bit, can you see my feet? You're going to go up onto your toes and back down. That's the calf raise. And when you get back down, you're going to lift your weights up together so the elbows lift high and down. Now, keep them so that they're together the whole time, so they're not coming out like this. Pretend they're almost one and they're joined together. Put it up high and down. If that is too hard for you, what you can do is you can put one weight down and hold on to just one and pull it up and down if it's too heavy with both of them. Okay, so whichever way you want to do it. So we go up onto our calves, little pause, back down, pull up and down, up onto our toes, up and down. When I said up onto our calves, I meant up onto our toes. Show you from side. So we're going to go up and down and pull up and down. Okay, right then, so we're going to do that for 40 seconds. Actually, I need to move the clock 1 second, because I've had all these lovely lights put in. The electrician's taken my clock down off the wall, so I can't see it. Don't know where I'm at. So I'm going to put that there so I can see it. Okay, so 40 seconds, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So you ready? We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go up onto the toes and then down and pull. You're just going to do it in your own time. I haven't got any music on today, Jane, so if you want to, feel free to play your own music, because I think that might be what the problem was. The last one, when you said my voice disappeared for a little while, I think it might have been the copyright thing again. So I just thought, you know what, so there's no issues this week. I'm just going to actually have no music on, because you can always put some on yourself if you want to. We've got 5 more seconds. Up onto those toes, high pull and down and relax. Well done, that's the first one done. Okay, so we're going to go into tricep extension now, which we talked about. So you're either going to use one of your 4.5 kilogram weights, going to hold it behind you, drop the arms up and down, or you can do the band. If you're doing the band, you'll have to change halfway through to the other side. So I think what we'll do, if you're doing the band, do it all on one side to start with, and then the next round do it all on the other side, and then on the third round you'll have to do it half and half, okay? But obviously I've got no way of asking you right now what you're doing, so just stay on one side for the whole of the first one, if that makes sense. So tricep extension, you're going to squeeze your tummy for support, keep your knees nice and soft. Your arms are going to come up tall, you're going to bend the elbows and up. Okay, we're going to do this for 40 seconds, or you're going to use your band, and if you're using your band, you're going to hold it in this hand, and that arm doesn't move, it just anchors the band, and you're going to hold it in this hand, and you're going to pull it up and down, and you can choose how hard that's working your arm, because if your hands are closer together, it's going to be tighter, and obviously you move your hands further apart to make it easier. So, get yourself ready. Up we go. Let's go. You just do it in your own time. So bending and then extending those arms. And make sure you're not stressing your back, you're not leaning backwards. We're doing these ones again because it gets into the back of those arms that we don't work enough really as ladies. We always find that they're quite weak. 5 more seconds. Last one. And done. Nice work. Okay. Now we're going to go into a side lunge with a leg lift. So I noticed when I came and observed you, you were a little bit wobbly. Balance isn't quite so good at the moment. It might just have been that we were on the grass. I'm not sure. But let's have a little go at this. It's going to really test your balance out, so take it nice and slowly. So you're going to step, no weights needed for this one. You're going to step out to the side, and the leg that steps out is the leg you're going to bend. The other one stays straight. So bend that one, but keep this leg straight, okay? And then from here, you're going to return to a high knee and back. You can test yourself by having a little pause, hold it, and back. Hold it and back. Okay, so the longer that you hold it, the more you're testing yourself with your balance. Okay, so if you can, pause it there for quite a little while, rather than just literally going straight into the high knee. So high knee, hold it, lunge, high knee, hold it, lunge. Okay, we're going to do 20 seconds on one side, and then we'll change and do the other side. Now remember, the leg that isn't moving, so in this case if I go this way, this one, it stays straight. It stays straight. We don't bend that leg, okay? I think that one is a little bit challenging for you, so you've got a lot to focus on now. Are you ready? 20 seconds, stepping the same way all the time. Let's go. So step it out, and focus and raise. Out, focus. It's good for me as well, this one, Jane. Let's do one more. Okay, we're going to swap sides now. You ready? Step the other leg out, so that leg bends up. Whoa. See, even me, this side is obviously weaker for me. Sometimes it just takes a little while to get into the hang of it as well. Let's do one more. Hold it and release it. Okay, well done. So if you found that really tricky, that could be something you could work on. It's going to be very good for your balance. All right, so that's all 3 of the first set of exercises done. So we're going to repeat those all over again. So the first one's going to be grab your weights, calf raise, and a high pull, elbows coming up nice and high. Okay. So, okay then. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up onto your toes, slight pause, pull it up. Toes, pull it up. So this is going to be really good for your calf muscles, but also, again, it's challenging your balance, isn't it? Because you're having to go up You've got that weight in your hands as well. It's going to make it harder. It's going to strengthen those calves. That'll help you with your running. It's going to help you with your balance too, which will also help you with your running and everything else. So we've got 5 more seconds. Keep pulling that weight up, adding that little bit of upper body work too. And relax. So that's the first one done. So we're going to go into tricep extension now. So you're going to pick up your heavy weight or your band. If you're using the band, don't forget, change to the other side now. Right then. Let's go. Take it up and let's go. 40 seconds. Seems weird doing it without any music. We've got 10 seconds left. Keep working the backs of those arms. And relax. Well done. Okay, and then remember our final one is going to be our side lunge with our high knee hold. Let's see if we can pause for a little bit longer on this one. Okay, give it a go. Going to rest for another 5 seconds and then we're going to step out to one side and let's go. So make this the last one on that side, and now we're going to change over to the other side. So step out, pause. Ooh, I went, you see? Don't look at the screen because I'm going to put you off. I think that's because I looked up at the screen. You might find that you're having to focus on a spot and I have to do exactly the same thing, and because I took my eye off the spot I couldn't do it. There we go. So you get your video warts and all with me. That's the third one. So we're going to start again for our third round now. So this is the final time we're going to do these exercises. So you're going to pick up your heavy weight or 2 weights, depending on how you can do it, how you can manage with the calf raise and the high pull. Right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and up we go. Slight pause, down and pull up. Keep going. Nearly there, 5 more seconds. And relax, good stuff. Straight into our tricep extension. So, heavy weight or band. If you're using the band, you're going to have to change halfway through, so I will tell you when to change arms, okay? And I know that can sometimes take a little bit of time, so you might just need to add a few more on at the end of it when I finish. Ready? So, I'm going to start in 5 seconds. Let's go. If you're doing the band, you need to change to the other side now. Otherwise, just keep going. Use your breath as you lift that weight. We've got 5 more seconds. Squeeze your tummy to help you. 1 more. Here we go. Good stuff. And our final one of this round is that side lunge with the high knee. All right. Just have a little breather first. Have a sip of your drink if you need to. Right then, you ready? Remember, the leg that steps is the leg that bends. The one that doesn't move, keep it straight. Keep it straight. Right, you ready? Let's go. Test yourself. Squeeze your tummy to help with the balance. The last one. Okay, and we're going to change sides. So we're just going to go for 8. If you've done it at the same time as me, I did 8 that time, so just however many you can do in the time that I do 8, I guess. Ready? The concentration. And I've got 1 more to do. And relax. Good. Well done. Just give those legs a little shake out. Okay, so we're going to change to 3 different exercises now, which I'm hoping I can do this week. Didn't manage to do last week, but you can see I'm quite a lot more mobile now, aren't I? So hopefully this will be okay. Now, when I observed you last time, you were doing the bird dogs, which you've been doing for quite some time, and they were good, but I noticed that you were a bit wobbly. Again, it's that balance. So we're going to work on those today, because I think it's really good to keep putting those ones in. So the bird dogs are the ones where you start with your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders, and then you're going to reach. Oh, I really can't do it here, can I? That's very silly. So I'm going to move my mat so that I can actually spread out a bit. Okay, so you're going to reach opposite hand and opposite arm away. Now, my leg might stay a little bit low today because obviously I can't really raise my leg high enough. So, and then you're going to change to the other side. We're going to pause and then change and pause. Okay, so with this one, I might find that I have to stop because of obvious reasons. It's a little bit niggly in that exercise. So if I stop, I'm going to still coach you through it. I'll still be timing you and I want you to carry on, okay? So the first one is the bird dog. Then we're going to go into, oh, I won't tell you, we'll just start the first round and then I'll tell you as you go along. Okay, all right then, so getting onto your hands and knees then, Jane. So make sure your knees are directly underneath your hips. I'm going to come around a bit so I can see. And your hands are underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your tummy and off we go. So reach, keep your head in line with your spine and change. So we're going to add that pause because that's the bit where it's challenging. All right, so reach, pause and change because it's the balance bit for you. And so if we just keep changing from side to side without holding it, then that's not really going to be much good for you. Keep going, and then pausing it, and change. We've got just 10 more seconds. Let's do the other side. Last one. And change. So now you can just stretch out a little bit if you need to by sitting back onto your feet and stretching your fingertips away from your body. child pose. Okay, which you'll be very familiar with your yoga. So we're going to go over onto our backs now and straight into the second exercise is the dead bug. Now when I observed you with this one, I noticed that your right leg wasn't going quite as low as your left. So just be aware of that. So you're going to have your tabletop position with your legs so that your shins are parallel to the ceiling, roughly. And then from there, you're going to have your hands facing directly up to the sky, and then we're going to do one arm, one leg. I need a bigger gym. Let's try that again. Right, one arm, one leg stretches away, and then back to centre. But remember, the thing that you need to really focus on is making sure that the base of your back is tucked into the mat. So you're going to do a slight pelvic tilt to start with and squeeze and hold it there. When that leg extends, that's when your back is going to want to pop up off the ground. You've got to really keep focusing on keeping it down, okay? Now, right leg. Make sure it's going as low as it can. Okay, not up here, down here. Left leg was perfect when I saw you. Right, are we ready? We're going to go for 40 seconds. Just see, check my watch. We're going to go in 5 seconds, so get your legs up, get your arms up, focus on that, push that back into the mat. Right, so squeeze your tummy now, little pelvic tilt, let's go. Nice and slowly, and then back to centre. Nice and slowly, back to centre. So make sure those arms go nice and low to the ground, and the leg goes nice and low to the ground, but with the back still pushed into the mat. Well done. I have to keep stopping and looking at my watch. You just keep going. Let's do one more. And relax. Now, hug your knees into your chest just to release your back a little bit. And the final exercise on this one, we're going to turn back over again onto our fronts, and we're going to do our fire hydrants. So this is getting into the hips. We start the same as we do for the bird dogs. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we just raise the knee up to the side, out to the side, and in. I'll show you from the front and you might see a bit better where my knee is going. So it comes up, high to the side, and in. And we're going to do 20 seconds on one side and 20 seconds on the other. Okay, so have you got yourself turned over now? Okay, great then. Ready? So lift and in. So your body, the rest of your body keeps facing the ground, facing forwards, and it's just that leg that comes, and get that knee as high as you can. And change to the other side. And one more. Brilliant. Okay, and again, child pose, stretching out and relax. So we're going to repeat those ones. So we're going to start with the bird dogs, where we are now. 40 seconds of those. So get yourself into position again. Squeeze your tummy. Remember, we're going to pause when we're stretched out. We're not going to go using momentum to get us from one move to the other, okay? We're going to pause and make ourselves balance, but remember to squeeze the tummy. You ready? 3, 2, 1, and reach, pause, and change, and reach, and change. I'm going to stop doing my legs, but you carry on, okay? And the only reason is because it's niggling at my coccyx, which isn't probably what I want to do right now. So I'm just going to carry on doing the arms. So which is very easy, but I'm there in spirit with you, Jane. can't even remember where we were on the timer now. I think we just got another couple of seconds. And relax. So again, into child pose, stretch out, release those shoulders, and get a good stretch before we move on to our dead bugs. So over we go for round 2 of dead bugs. Okay, are you ready? I'm giving you time to turn over because I know you need to not rush these bits. I've tried not to keep you on your back for too long and not too many sit-uppy ones, so hopefully this is okay for you. Arms stretch up, legs up. Right, are you ready? Ooh. Let's go. Keep an eye on that right leg, Jane. Now I'm going to stop doing my legs again. Make sure that back is not popping up off the ground. Really important. This is such a good one for core strength and stability. Couple more seconds. And relax. Hug your knees in to your chest. We're going to turn back over onto our front. So in your own time, we're going to do those fire hydrants now, where you lift the knee to the side. Okay, you ready? Give you a few more seconds to get into position. So just a reminder, it's this one where the knee comes up nice and high to the side. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All on one side until I tell you to change. So get it nice and high if you can. And now let's change to the other side. Try not to twist your body with it. It should just be the leg that's coming out and the hip opening up. Okay, and relax. Good stuff. Sitting back, child pose, stretching out through those shoulders. And that's the end of that round. So we've got one more round of these now, so just have a little breather. We're going to go straight into the bird dogs, reaching opposite arm, opposite leg. So when you're ready, line yourself up and 3, 2, 1, off we go. So hold it and squeeze and pause and then change. Really test out your balance, and if you need to hold it for even longer, if you're finding you're a little bit wobbly, make yourself hold it for a bit longer. Make yourself stay in that position and just on one knee and one hand and then change. So really make yourself have to work to stay there, because it's only by making yourself do that that you're going to actually get stronger. And let's do one more. And relax. Okay, we're going to go onto our backs and do our final set of dead bugs. So over we go. Just shimmy down my mat so that I have enough space. I think this is just sort of custom built because I've just got the right amount of room. I can almost touch side to side, wall to wall. If I put my fingers on there, I can almost touch it with my toes. So I have to put myself exactly in the middle or it doesn't work. Just need a bit of a bigger room really. But hey ho, it does the job. Right, so let's get into position. Arms up to the sky, legs in tabletop position. And what should we be thinking about now before we move? Yes, I'm absolutely positive you came up with the right answer there. Pushing our backs into the mats. And if you didn't, well, you should have. Are you ready? Back into the mat. Let's go opposite arm, opposite leg straight and stretched. Don't let that back pop up. Change sides. Watch your right leg. Is it going as low as your left leg does? And back up. Make sure those arms are staying nice and low to the ground when they stretch out as well. Back into the ground, squeeze that tummy. Lots to think about, isn't there, on this one? To keep that brain switched on. And we're nearly there. Okay, hug your knees into your chest and now just have a little rock from side to side just to release and massage into that back. Oh, and we've got one more set of these to do. Okay then, let's turn. Right then, fire hydrants. So bringing that knee up to the side. Just give you a minute to turn over. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Oh, we go. Do 20 seconds on each side. Don't rotate your body with it or your face, just keep looking down towards that mat so your head should stay in line with the spine. And change sides. Squeeze your tummy. And relax. Okay. Right, stretch it out, child pose for the final time. Sitting back on your heels. Just walk those fingers away from your body so you get a really good, lovely stretch through the upper body as well, the shoulders and the arms. Okay, and just coming out of that stretch now. So, what we're going to do now is just a little bit of glutes work, and then that'll be the end of your session today. So, we're going to do some glute bridges with a bit of a difference, okay? So you're going to lay on your back, and you know with the normal glute bridges we just come up and we squeeze. Well, with these ones we're going to bring your legs open and close. So open and back down. So you lift your hips and open your legs and then bring the knees back down together. So open and close those legs as you lift and lower, okay? So you're going to do that for 40 seconds. I have trouble with that one, but I do want you to do it. So I'll just do a few and then I'll probably just stretch out a little bit, but I'll still be timing you. I'll do the first few just in case you haven't got the hang of it. Have a little practice now though. So you're just going to lift those hips, and as you do, open your knees apart. And then as you lower your bottom, bring them back together, the knees. Okay, so we're just opening and closing as we lift and lower. All right, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. So get those hips nice and high and get that really good squeeze on the glutes. Get them really high, opening and closing those knees. We're not doing 3 rounds of this one, which is a little add-on at the end now just to get into those bottom muscles. Ten more seconds of this one. And relax. Hold it there. And then what we're going to do now for your final exercise is we're going to do some pulses. So we're going to get those hips up high and you're going to squeeze, 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 squeeze and just pulse it. Knees and legs are just staying in the same position as normal. So it's just your normal glute bridge where you get up and then you just do those little tiny butt squeezes but keeping your bottom up high. So are you ready? Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So squeeze and lift and keep them high. Keep that squeeze and release on the bottom. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So you keep going. I'm just going to stretch out of that. My bottom doesn't like it. Oh, I'll get there. Much better place than I was last week. So that's all good. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax, Jane. Well done. Just hug your knees in now as well. A little bit of a stretch. And then all is going to remain for you to do is to do your stretches. Okay. Right then. And back up to standing position. Just so I can say goodbye. Well, I hope you got on all right with that. Obviously no cardio element to that at all today, just pure strength and balance work, and hopefully will be something that will do you good and you'll get something from. Remember, you can repeat it as many times as you want to. That's the beauty of having it recorded, and you can keep dipping in and out of the other sessions if you want to as well. They're just there constantly, so you just click on whatever. Make sure you do some, take the challenge to do some, take the opportunity to do some stretches now as well. And hopefully you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. All right, bye bye Jane, thank you.